Hi, my name is Shawn Dufresne, better known as Shawn Dufresne, and I am a survivor of rape and molestation. On August 4th, 2015, that was the last time I was raped, and that will ever be raped in my life. On that day, I had a class that I was part of called School of the Prophets, and I did a sermon. It was my turn to do like a sermon, and I did it on joy. That was the selected topic for me. And I went to Jamal's house afterwards because I was excited. By this time, we had been in communication with each other again after like a few months of no communication. He reached out to me, and like I said, he was like a very persistent person. And we began a rapport again, and he was distributing signs of growth, so I thought. So I felt like, well, maybe I'll be okay. So I went over to his house to discuss my sermon, and he pulled up something old of his, and we were talking about God. Just like I said before, that was how he got into my life, how I opened the door for him to be in my life, because he began talking about God to me. And it was coming from a guy and not a woman, and I was always talking to women all the time, and it was just like I needed some type of balance. So on this day, I went over, well, it was nighttime, and probably like 9 something at night, and I'm at his house, and we're talking about the sermon. And next thing I know, he starts spilling on me, and I tell him to stop. And he's like, come on, I can kiss on you, I can feel on you. And I'm like, no. And he said, well, just let me lick it. And I said, no, I don't want you doing that to me. And he was like, come on, I just want to taste you. And I told him no. So he takes off my pants. And at this point, I'm just like, here we go again. So he takes off my pants, but the way he took it off, it wasn't like all the way. And so I'm like, what are you doing? Stop. And he was like, come on, I can kiss you. And I was like, no, you can't. So he's telling me like what he's gonna do, he's literally doing it, and I'm telling him to stop. He gets on top of me, and he inserts himself inside of me, and I'm telling him to stop, and I'm saying no means no, no means no, and stop means stop. And he was like, come on. He was like, it's okay. He was like, I'm gonna just put the tip in, that's it, while he's inside of me. And I look over on his dresser, his nightstand, and there's his gun that is loaded, because he was a correction officer, and I have a fear of guns. That is another trauma that I had endured, because when I was a kid, I witnessed my mother's first husband beat the crap out of her with the butt of a gun and pulled a gun out on her so many times, to the point where to this day I do not feel comfortable around guns. So keep that in mind. So I see this gun that is there.
I said no.
And he's on top of me, doing whatever he wants to do.
I said no.
And I'm just laying there. And he doesn't even see that I'm crying, like the other times that I cry. And he doesn't see that I'm crying. And I'm just like, when is it gonna end? And I'm just thinking, he really needs help. He really needs help. So I'm like, I told him, I said, I came. And so he looked at me, he was like, oh, well, you would let me finish. And I'm like, can you get off of me now? Because I just knew, like, with that knowledge, he would just stop. Because to him, he's thinking, this is what I want, and this is how he's showing me love. Because he, like I said before, he told me on several occasions that if I had sex with him, that I would have the same feelings for him as he did for me. And in his warped way of thinking, he thought that this was him showing me affection. So he got up, got his drink, went outside to go smoke, came inside, like he passed out drunk, and I just laid there. I laid there. I didn't leave. Like I just laid there because I was still paralyzed. Like when you're just in that moment trying to make sense of everything, and it's just like I just laid there. I laid there. But anyways, fast forward to that moment while I'm in my car and I'm writing, typing this stuff in my phone, trying to look for some help, and I come across the sexual abuse hotline. And I called them, and they direct me to a center that's in Miami, which is the Roxy Bolton Treatment Center. Remember, lady gets on the phone, and I'm just like, he needs help, he needs help. And they're like, what? I was like, he doesn't understand, he doesn't know when no means no and stop means stop. So the woman on the other end, who happens to be one of the therapists there, she's trying to make sense of what I'm talking about. So I go into detail about the night event, and she said, no, he's a monster, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And I said, no, he has kids, you know, he's active in his church, he's over the children's ministry and over the choir. He just doesn't know. He just doesn't know. Like, I kept telling him, like, if somebody else will report him if he does it to somebody else. And she was like, you need to come in here now because this is acute trauma. She was like, this just happened to you hours ago. Come into our center. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I have to go to work. And she said, well, how can you go to work when you just been raped? What is wrong with me? How could I possibly be going to work, choosing work over my own mental health? How could I do that? Like, I have to be messed up in the head to think that right now work is more important when I literally just been raped. And I'm planning, my friend at this time, I was planning her birthday dinner, because her birthday dinner was that weekend, and we're doing a surprise birthday dinner for her. So it was like, I'm planning that and my grandmother's birthday, which was the day after my friend at the time, after her birthday. And I'm just like, I'm worried about all the wrong stuff instead of being worried about me. So this is the text message that I sent to my closest friends because I realized that this time I had to start talking about it. I realized that I was really messed up on the inside. I said, in order for me to fully heal, I have to own my truth and stop acting like I feel okay inside. I was recently raped, as I have been before, and I've been hiding it. I'm only revealing this to you so I no longer have to hide behind a smiling mask. I'm angry inside. I'm battling conflicting emotions, and because of the medicine I took at the rape treatment center, I'm also going through things physically. At this moment, I don't wish to disclose who it was or when it happened. I did get examined, and I also started therapy. Today, I checked into a hotel because I just need to escape and regroup. After it happened, I kept on going as if it didn't, and now it's catching up to me. I'm not seeking sympathy, but love and support is appreciated. I'm just tired of pretending like I'm well when I know I'm not. I'm slowly learning that it's okay to not be okay. I just want to bring awareness so that action can ensue. It's time for us to take action and end rape culture. And I want to give a platform to other survivors to know that it is time to share your voice, no longer be voiceless, because now I am walking in my truth. I have regained my voice, and I am coming back bigger and stronger. That is why I'm working on this project. This is the biggest thing I have ever done to date, because for so long my voice has been muted because of the traumatic experiences that I have had from my youth to my adulthood that have chipped away at my voice and made me halt my dreams. But that has ended because Ian, Sam, and Jamal, I am not your victim, and I am no one else's victim. I am resilient, I am strong, I am a survivor. I am Shawn Dufresne.